Las Vegas, the city where fortunes are won and lost in the blink of an eye. A place where risk and reward dance under the neon lights, and where every night, someone takes a chance that could change their life forever. But on one fateful night in December 2010, one man didn't leave his fate to chance. He didn't rely on luck or skill. Instead, he made his own rules and pulled off one of the most daring casino heists in history. A lone figure, dressed in black, casually walks into the prestigious Bellagio Casino. No one pays much attention. After all, it's Vegas. But within minutes, he has millions of dollars worth of casino chips in his hands and is speeding into the night, leaving behind a stunned crowd, terrified employees, and a security team scrambling to respond. This is the unbelievable story of the 2010 Bellagio heist, where a high-rolling gambler became a criminal mastermind in the blink of an eye, and his own arrogance would be his downfall. The Bellagio isn't just a casino, it's the heart of Las Vegas. Known worldwide for its massive fountains, bright lights, and high-stakes gambling, it's where the rich, famous, and daring come to test their luck. Every night, the casino is packed. Players crowd around the tables, chips stacked high, hoping for that one life-changing win. The air buzzes with excitement, the sound of slot machines mixing with cheers, gasps, and the clinking of cocktail glasses. Even before you walk in, you can feel the money. Outside, luxury cars line the entrance, their polished surfaces glowing under the neon lights. Valets rush to open doors for VIP guests dressed in sharp suits and glamorous gowns. This is Vegas at its finest, where anyone can dream big, but only a few walk away winners. And that's exactly why it became the perfect target. The Bellagio didn't just hold cash, it held something even better. High-value casino chips, some worth up to $25,000 each. Nicknamed cranberries because of their deep red color, these chips were like holding a fortune in your hands. The problem? You had to cash them in, and for one man, that challenge wasn't enough to stop him. He had a plan, a bold, reckless plan. It was just another night at the Bellagio. The casino floor was packed, players betting big, dealers flipping cards, and chips clinking as millions of dollars exchanged hands. No one knew they were about to witness something straight out of a Hollywood movie. At 3 a.m. on December 14, 2010, a man walked in, dressed all in black, his face hidden behind a full-face white motorcycle helmet. He moved calmly through the crowd, unnoticed, like he belonged there. But he wasn't here to play. He stopped at a craps table, and then, in an instant, he pulled out a gun. "Fill the bag with chips," he ordered. The players froze, the dealers hesitated, no one dared to move. Within seconds, he scooped up $1.5 million worth of chips, grabbing the rare $25,000 cranberries that were nearly impossible to cash. But he didn't care. Then, just as quickly as he appeared, he vanished. The man sprinted outside to the North Valet. His getaway was waiting, a black sport motorcycle. Without hesitation, he jumped on, revved the engine, and sped into the night. Within minutes, he was gone, leaving behind a stunned crowd, terrified employees, and security scrambling to respond. The entire heist took less than 3 minutes. No alarms, no chaos. Just a man, a bag full of chips, and one of the boldest casino robberies Vegas had ever seen. Vegas police didn't waste a second. The moment news of the Bellagio heist broke, detectives were on it, combing through hours of security footage, piecing together every move the thief made that night. One detail stood out: a full-face motorcycle helmet and a black sport motorcycle. It wasn't just a disguise, it was a signature move. A few days earlier, another casino, the Suncoast, had been hit the exact same way. Was this the same guy? But here's the problem. He didn't steal cash. He stole chips. And not just any chips, the $25,000 cranberries. These weren't like small dollar chips you could cash in anywhere. They were rare, traceable, and almost impossible to exchange without drawing attention. The Bellagio wasted no time shutting down his plan. Within days, they announced that all $25,000 chips had to be redeemed by a specific date, making the stolen chips worthless. It was a genius move. But the man behind the helmet? He was still out there. And detectives knew one thing. Whoever pulled this off was bold enough to steal millions, but reckless enough to think he could get away with it. For weeks, the Bellagio thief was a ghost. No traces, no leads. It was as if he had pulled off the perfect crime. But then, he made a fatal mistake. He came back to the very casino he had robbed. The suspect? Anthony Carleo, a 29-year-old man with a shocking backstory, the son of a Las Vegas judge. He should have known better, but instead of disappearing, he checked into the Bellagio itself, living in luxury, gambling, drinking, and acting like a high roller. At first, he was careful. He played it cool, walking past security like he owned the place. But greed has a way of making people reckless. He wasn't just spending money, he was using the stolen chips. And that's when people started talking. Casino staff noticed his lavish lifestyle. Security picked up on his big bets, but the biggest mistake? He started trying to sell the stolen $25,000 cranberries to other gamblers, hoping to turn them into real cash. Vegas law enforcement was watching, and they weren't about to let him walk. They set up a sting. Undercover officers posed as buyers and arranged a secret meeting in one of the Bellagio's private rooms. Carleo thought he was about to make a deal, but it was a trap. On February 2, 2011, Carleo arrived, smirking, confident, completely unaware of what was about to happen. He handed over stacks of the stolen chips in exchange for real cash. The moment the deal was done, the room erupted. Doors burst open, officers swarmed in, guns drawn, shouting commands. It was over. Carleo barely had time to react before he was in handcuffs. And when police searched him, he still had stolen Bellagio chips on him. The ultimate irony? He had returned to the very place he had robbed. The Bellagio, the casino he thought had made him rich, was now the place that took him down. Anthony Carleo had finally run out of luck. Charged with armed robbery, assault with a deadly weapon, and multiple felonies, he now faced the reality of his actions. In August 2011, he pleaded guilty. The judge handed down his sentence, 3 to 11 years for the Bellagio heist. But that wasn't all. For the Suncoast robbery just days before, he got another 6 to 16 years. Altogether, he was looking at up to 27 years behind bars. But the case wasn't just about a reckless thief. Carleo's last name carried weight. His father was a well-known judge in Las Vegas. The public was divided. Some thought his sentence was too light. After all, he pulled off one of the boldest casino robberies in history. Others saw it as a lesson in crime and consequences, proof that in a city built on high stakes, sometimes the gamble just isn't worth it. The Bellagio wasn't about to let this happen again. They took immediate action, shutting down any chance for the thief or anyone else to profit from the heist. Their first move? Invalidate the stolen $25,000 chips. Without the casino's approval, they were just worthless plastic. But the impact of the robbery went beyond just money. It shook the city and sparked serious conversations about casino security. If someone could walk in, steal millions, and disappear into the night, what else was possible? Vegas had to tighten its defenses. And for Anthony Carleo, the man who thought he could outplay the system, his gamble didn't pay off. He didn't walk away a millionaire. He walked away in handcuffs. The Bellagio heist remains one of the wildest chapters in Vegas history. A story of ambition, desperation, and the true cost of risk. Because in the end, the house always wins. One moment, you're on top. The next, you're in handcuffs. It's the ultimate gamble. Millions on the line, but the price of failure is everything. Would you take the risk? Or would you walk away? Let us know in the comments. And if you love real crime stories, daring heists, and unbelievable true events, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because this is just the beginning. We've got more shocking crimes, bigger risks, and crazier stories coming your way. Stay tuned for the next one. You won't believe what's coming next.